Welcome to the Hutcheson house. I couldn't resist this one. Of course, as an acting teacher, I was asked to critique Kamala's drunken monologue as a life coach. Let's watch this.
Strength of our country will be a function of our willingness to put in the work, and that we will do that work with a sense of joy, yes, with a sense of work ethic and understanding it's going to be hard, but it's good work. It's good work to be engaged.
Right off the bat, I mean, she is nailing it. I always say to my acting students, when you're playing drunk, most of the time when somebody's drunk, they try to pretend like they're not drunk. So they say a lot of platitudes or they try to get real serious and stuff. And she is nailing that. She's totally doing the cover up drunk thing. I mean, she's knocking this out of the park. This is a great drunken life coach monologue. What do you guys think? Let's watch a little more.
Engaged in a collective fight for America's future. And it means so much to me and to Governor Walz that you knocked on doors.
Oh, that was good too. The little like that little, because a lot of time drunk people, they get this like they're almost like little kids. Little kids are like drunk people, right? They're really loud and then they get quiet and then they get happy and then they get sad. And she is just doing such a great job at this. I mean, this is a perfect role for her. Saturday Night Live is getting good again. I mean, this is good for her for doing another Saturday Night Live.
You called friends. You called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she is so good. I had no idea she was such a good actress because, we know that we saw her reading scripts on the campaign trail and we know that she's not good off the cuff at all. But, when she reads scripts, she's really pretty good. I mean, this is so believable as a drunk life coach. I mean, look at this. This is like, I couldn't direct this better. She's doing such a good job.
You put in the time. It was personal for you.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me like if you lived with your parents or something, and then you went out for the night and you came back and they were drunk. It's like if your mom or dad was drunk and they're like, I want to talk about how good a job you're doing at school. And you're like, oh boy, this is either going to be really nice or they could just get enraged in a second. But she's going with the like, I'm just a sloppy, nice drunk right now. And it is working.
And you gave all that you could to support our campaign. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone.
Oh my gosh. And that was funny too, because we know that she lost all of that. And she'd been complaining that Trump, was this billionaire who had like filed bankruptcy 6 times. And she used that against him over and over and over again. And so this is so funny that she's using this part in her monologue as if, she raised all this money and she lost it all. And a lot of her donors are really disappointed and really upset. And I mean, that's funny. She's like poking fun at herself and everything. What a good sense of humor Kamala has. I had no idea.
The most in presidential campaign history. Nearly 8 million donors contributed an average donation of about $56.
Oh my gosh, $56. And so she raised more money in campaign history and still didn't win. This might be the part where she gets like mean, aggressive drunk. Let's watch.
To fuel our people-powered campaign.
And oh no, I think she's going to go with sleepy, sloppy. Sleepy, sloppy, nice, drunk mom. Yeah, I got it.
And understand that the work that we did included the work that so many of you here did.
Oh my gosh, what would be so funny is if in this monologue where she's playing totally drunk, she uses her catchphrase, I want to be clear-eyed. I mean, that would be hilarious. Let's see if she's not going to go that far. That would be too ridiculous. So she says she's going to be clear-eyed in this, right? Does she say it?
Which is to talk to first-time voters. Many of you are first-time voters. And to talk about how being involved can make a difference. And that remains true. And that's one of the pieces that I just want us to please take away, that our fight for freedom and for opportunity and for the promise of America, it included, for example, nearly almost 4 million first-time contributors to our campaign because of the work you did of helping people know that they can be engaged and that they're not outside, that they're inside, that we're all in this together. And that work continues. The work must continues of reminding ourselves that we have.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. The work must continues. See how she does little nuances where it's like not on the nose drunk. It's just like a little sloppy slurpy, like, oh, just mom had a few too many. Maybe she drank the whole bottle of wine. I mean, this is working for her.
Have an ability to stay engaged in a way that will make a difference. The work that you all did, it's going to have lasting effect. Again, I'll say, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to.
Is that why you started hitting the bottle? I think that's what she's saying.
But understand that the work we put into it was about empowering people. That's the spirit with the work we did. Our spirit and our work was about saying that it is a strength that we each have to lift people up as opposed to beating people down. It is a strength we have that has lasting effect. So all that work that you did that was about engaging with other people, engaging with perfect strangers and in their face seeing a neighbor, that has lasting effect. It reminds people that there are leaders like you who care and will bring us together. And sometimes in the darkest moments, people lose faith in that. Are there people out there that feel that way? And you reminded people that yes, there are. And there are a lot of us. And that strength cannot be taken from us. That is our strength. It cannot be taken from us.
It cannot be taken.
So listen, as I said the day after the election, I still strongly believe the light of America's promise will burn bright as long as we never give up and we keep fighting. And the fight that fueled our campaign, a fight for freedom and opportunity, that did not end on November 5th. A fight for the dignity of all people, that did not end on November 5th.
Did your drinking habit end on November 5th? Oh, no, that's when it ramped up, right? She hasn't said clear-eyed, though. I mean, that could be a new drinking game. Kamala's clear-eyed drinking game. How many times? And then you have like a bunch of videos of all the times she said, I want to be clear-eyed, or let me be clear. That could be a really fun drinking game, right?
A fight for the future? A future in which all people receive the promise of America? No. A fight that is about a fight for the ideals of our nation, the ideals that reflect the promise of America, that fight's not over. So look, we still have a lot to fight for, okay? A future where every American can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the right to make decisions about their own body, not their government telling them what to do. Our fight for the rule of law, for freedom for all, for equal justice, for the sacred principle that everyone, no matter where they start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be upheld. That's not over. That fight's still in us, and it burns strong.
I love how just, sometimes she'll be coherent. This is why it's such a good monologue for her, because sometimes she's really coherent and then she goes right into the slishy slosh, like it's just the fight and we gotta you're doing great is my point. I love that. Like she just goes in and out of the like sloshiness. And then let me get back to what I said on the campaign trail. What was that again? Oh, fight. Oh, no, wait, that was Trump's. But I took a lot of his things anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. It's so good, don't you think? It plays really well.
And I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that. I know you're clear-eyed about it.
Ding, ding, ding. Are you clear-eyed, Kamala? She said it. Everybody take a shot. I'm just kidding. Don't. Take a shot of water. I mean, if you want to have a drink, you can have a drink, but I'm not here to encourage drinking. Kamala's here to do that. That was the best Saturday Night Live skit I've ever seen. I think that she nailed this monologue as the drunken life coach. Oh, but she's not. Oh, she's not acting. Well, I thought she nailed it. If she wants a career as a drunken life coach, she's got my vote. I think she's nailed it here. What do you guys think?
And it feels heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy. Nailed it.
Just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you.
Mm-mm.
You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability.
Yes, so buck up, little camper, buck up. All that hate I was spewing on the campaign trail, you just buck up, little camper.
Engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
Mm.
Look,
Wait.
this mission that we have, it takes hard work. But as you've heard me say many times, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And in doing our work, we will remain committed and intentional about building community, building coalitions, reminding people that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. We will be armed with the faith and the fuel that tells us what is possible.
Oh, now it just gets sad. Now it's when you're like, oh, drunky Momala, please stop. And now I just feel bad for her. What do you guys think? Was this just sad or what? Sometimes I saw her on the campaign trail and I swear her and Walz were coked up. But this is definitely just sad. Sad, sad. Although let me show you a quick clip of Walz, Timmy, because he looks like he's straight up strung out. He's not drunk. He's strung out. Let's see him. Because when he was dancing and kicking his feet up and rubbing his nose, I think he was doing some lines too. But here, he is strung out.
Personally, of being on this ticket was the privilege of a lifetime to be with Vice President Harris. But as an American, to see you out there and to see the work that you did, to know that you put your heart, your soul, your time, your talent, your treasure into something bigger than yourselves, the promise of this country, a place where everyone belongs, where no one needs to go hungry or be unsheltered, and where differences of opinion can be celebrated and differences of ideas. And you put that out there and you worked hard for it. And for that, I am forever grateful. I also recognize the emotions you're going through. And I share those with you.
Yeah, he does. He is hung over and strung out. He's not doing as good of a job at the acting in this. He's not funny at all. And his reading off the teleprompter just comes off disingenuous. So Kamala, Tim Walz, if you're looking for a new career and you need an acting coach, I would be happy to help you. And for the rest of you, please let me know what you think of this. And also, if you would like an acting coach, I'm here to help you too. I'm running a Thanksgiving special right now, by the way, 50% off all of my private coaching. Jump on this deal. I'll link it in my description. And if you want to see how I pulled my daughter out of homeschool and why Trump, or I pulled her out of homeschool. I pulled my daughter out of public school. I pulled my daughter out of homeschool. The teacher was just a biatch. So I had to. I'm her teacher. I'm just kidding. Okay. So I pulled her out of public school. If you want to know why Trump is aiming to basically eliminate the Department of Education and what that could look like and how the View is all getting up in arms and fighting about, of course, they're always fighting, but fighting about school vouchers, and you want to know what the issue is, or you want to know if Sunny's right or Alyssa's right, or if you're right, then watch this video here. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you have, thank you so much. I really appreciate you.